Greetings from Upper Michigan. This is Jill Kesty. Staring at a box here. It's been there since this afternoon. I was in the middle of an interview with Mr. Rob Whitepond from Mad in America. I did an interview this afternoon, and it was very good. It made me feel good that somebody else out there is writing about forced drugging and taking an interest and to researching this in the media. It hasn't been covered in the media. It's barely been covered in the social media. People are talking about mental health as usual, and it's the same old things like sharing, call 988 for a suicide number, and things about mental health awareness and breaking the stigma, and helping people to acclimate to the mental health system if they've been labeled. And all in all, there's not been a whole lot of, I suppose I can turn it around and look at me so you don't have to stare at a box. That box that's been looking at me all day, and I'm fearful of opening it. It's my new computer. I got distracted by the interview with Mr. Whitepond. During the interview, the computer came, and I haven't had a chance since to look at it, to open it, and I'm just now contemplating it. And I've got the desk cleaned off. I got my old laptop cleaned off, and I washed the desk, and I have a good chair over there. My back has been broken now for, not broken, I shouldn't say that. It's been bad because I've been sitting cross-legged in a chair for or chair or bed for the last 5 years doing coalition on my phone. And if anybody who has seen coalition understands the amount of work that I put into the photo album database of information that I created, would understand why my back is a little sore. I feel like I've created quite a large package, and I was very concerned for that package being Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging on Facebook my whole life. It's what I do day in, day out, and have for 5 years on a phone. And today I have got a new Apple desktop. Thank you to everybody who has donated any monies that came to me because of Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging in the last 2 years. I have used on this computer. I've saved that money and put it towards this purchase, which is going to greatly multiply my output, hopefully, and also my quality. The quality of my work will improve greatly with the new tool that I used to work on. I was very versed on the Apple Mac computers, and I did graphic design for years, creating advertising for the Lansing State Journal. And I ran a team there of graphic designers. So I'm very familiar with working on the computer. I'm just scared at this point to open it. I don't know what kind of skills I have left. I don't know if I still can ride that bike. I don't know if my brain will work properly. I've been doing the same thing for 5 years straight. So it's making me nervous that I have to, I guess I just have to boot her up and see how it goes. Hey, Mallika. I'm going to name her after my first computer, Mallika, which I thought was a Hindu goddess for creator and destroyer of worlds. And that's why I named my first computer that, but I couldn't find that online, so I don't know where I got that reference, maybe from a book. I'll have to do some more research on Mallika II, but that's her name, Mallika, and she is very grateful to all the people who helped me to get her, and I just can't thank everybody enough. I don't even know what it's going to be like to create on a computer again, and get my back in order. My chair and my posture will be improved about 10,000% sitting at a keyboard and an actual desk. So I'm also going to get some chiropractic help. I have a very good chiropractor who's doing a new technique called AMIT, Advanced Muscle Integration Therapy. And it is amazing. In one session, I was improved greatly, but unfortunately, I haven't changed my habits, so it's getting bad again, and I can barely walk. I can stand about 10 minutes, and then I gotta sit down. And then I know a lot of that has to do with the weight gain. I've gotten 50 pounds heavier over the last year and a half from the forced drugging. Physically, I don't feel very well. I feel pretty good today. I feel good about the interview. I feel wonderful about Mallika. I feel just so grateful for all the friends and that made this possible. And please accept my thank yous, and I'm going to try to do good work for you. If you're interested in helping me in any way, $1 a month goes a long way towards helping me. A long way to help my self-esteem. I've had 4 patrons for quite a long time, when I think I had 10 at one time, or maybe 8. I'm not sure, but I do create a lot, even if it doesn't seem that way. Look at my work, I guess. My work speaks for itself. I do artwork as well. There's a sneak peek of my most recent one that's not quite finished yet. Funky Poison. This is the brain disabling psychotropic neurotoxins that I'm forced to take daily, in addition to the monthly Funky Poison that I have to take in my arm as a shot. And I just got injected the other day, and it was horrible as usual, but hurt more than normal. Yeah, I try to do artwork. I have a Redbubble store, and it's a mixture of coalition and artwork and CSX items. Eventually, I'll probably sort that all out and have a separate store for my artwork, separate store for CSX stuff, separate store for coalition, maybe, who knows. And I may move that from Redbubble to another I don't know what you call that kind of site. The kind that helps artists, the kind that helps poor artists make something. I live on this SSD. And yeah, I don't have a lot of money now that my eBay store is gone. I had been making extra money doing eBay, and that store was destroyed after a psych ward stay of 26 days where I couldn't access my cell phone, which is one of the things we at the CSX movement want to see happen, is laws that make sure that people have access to their cell phones in psych wards for at the very least, an hour a day. If they're there for 26 days, their whole life is going down the toilet without a cell phone. People are panicking, people are worrying, especially now that people know me because of coalition. People are very concerned when I drop off the planet, and especially for 26 days. If it were to happen now, a lot of people in Australia would be very worried. A lot of people that follow my coalition would be very worried. And I really would like to have access to a cell phone in a psych ward. I'd also like to see medication-free beds in every psych ward so that somebody who has tapered for many years coming off of drugs, neurotoxins, brain disabling psychotropic neurotoxins, people who have come off of these and then have a crisis, they should not be forced back on them. That is cruelty. That is just making people suffer for extended periods of time for no reason. We should be following the people's wishes. Human rights give people the dignity to choose whether they want these toxins in their bodies. Neurotoxins, brain disabling psychotropic neurotoxin. A toxin is a poison. A neurotoxin, anyway, is what I have had to put in my body against my will for 5 years, since December of 2017. No, 16. So yeah, there again, go again. I need help. I need to organize. And with this computer, I'll be able to organize my information much better. And hopefully I can get some help and assistance locally. And this is kind of a shout out for that too. Anybody locally in the to the Ontonagon area who has office assistance help background, who has nothing to do, retired, you're bored, you want to get involved into some serious drama, you have nothing going on in your life, you want to scan some medical records and put them in order for me and cross-reference them to my diaries, come aboard. I need your help. I need to get this information organized so I can see. For instance, what happened today, I saw a post from 2020 that my psychiatrist had dropped me from 3,000 milligrams down to 750 milligrams of Depakote. Well, I'm thinking, this happened to me in 2021. How could I have posted that in 2020? Well, it apparently had happened to me twice. And I don't have that in my records, my summary of my records, which is, well, I'm working on it. That's what I'm saying, is I need a little help to decipher what has really happened to me. This is the most recent update of my page. And I want to put down what prescriptions I was on and who was giving me what and what they were tapering me from and what event happened. Why did I go to the hospital? Well, most of what I'm seeing is iatrogenically, I was given substances by doctors or other professionals that, like a homeopathy specialist, other professionals and doctors that spiraled me into psychosis. And here I am in a forced drugging situation where I've been forced drugged for 5 years and I'm under constant threat of court order due to doctors causing these things that are happening, which ended me up in the psych ward. So I'm seeing the connections plain as day because I lived it. I understand, my body is extremely sensitive to substances. And so the system is messed up and they're creating more and more psychiatric patients